Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast. We have an exciting show here for you guys at the Soaring High podcast. This is a podcast where we help entrepreneurs and business owners to be able to break through the noise and dominate their local market. Super excited to bring you today's episode, which is called, it's a famous catchphrase coined by the one and only Grant Cardone, is who's got my money? Who's got it? Who's got my money? That's what we're talking about today's episode. Super excited because I just came out of attending the 10X Business Summit this weekend with my brother over here in the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach, and just being able to connect with hundreds of business owners from all across the country and even international owners as well. So super exciting. But this is the one phrase, the one question, if you ask yourself every single morning, who's got my money? One thing I saw being at the event is that there is no shortage of money. And the reason is because there's no shortage of people in this world. Being able to go to the event and connect with business owners from so many different backgrounds in so many different industries. It's amazing to see that it's not just, people like myself that do marketing and advertising, people in real estate, insurance, people that do manufacturing, roofers, contractors, plumbers, med spa owners, people that sell specific type of treatments or products. So it's crazy to see how so many different people from so many different backgrounds come to these events. And my brother, who's also a mentor of mine, one thing that he teaches me that we believe in is that networking is key. When people ask me, hey man, you've been to so many of these events, these conferences, what makes you going back? What makes you to go back to those events? What brings you back? Even people that I met there, maybe it was their first event that they've gone to, especially of Grant. I've been to, quite a few. The one thing that keeps taking me back is the networking that happens at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the event. It's so crazy because how many people are just there for the information, just there to, learn and take notes and maybe see the speakers or just have a trip out here to Miami or just, wait until the reception networking hour at the end. But my brother and I, we're always on the move. We're always grinding. We're always trying to network, whether before the event starts, whether we're out there getting coffee, a cup of water, going to the restroom, you name it, we're always out there trying to make connections, trying to make contacts, because contacts equal contracts. So we got to go out there to meet people, to be seen, to get known, and to be able to help others to do the same thing. So this is the one question, if you can answer every single day, it's going to help you be successful in business, in sales, and in your marketing with your marketing messages. That with the communication that you put out there on social, on ads, on SEO, on your website, on your emails, on whatever it is that you're doing to get your business out of obscurity and known to the masses, this is what you need to focus on because like I said, there's no shortage of money, there's no shortage of people in this world, and it's crazy because your clients are out there looking for your exact services, your exact product, exactly what it is that you're offering. The question is, can they find you? Is it customers, clients out there are playing Marco Polo? They're saying Marco. Are you gonna respond back and say Polo? I'm right here. I got what you need. I got what you're looking for. I got just the right thing for you, whether it be, through a product, through a service, you name it, whatever the case is. But this is what today's show is going to be about. It's going to be about who's got my money, who's got it. It's out there for the taking. We just have to go out there, make connections, build rapport, and close the deal. Present, propose, and close the deal, and just continue to follow up. But the idea, the premise is this: is who's got my money. A much bigger concept is that you need to identify who is your target audience. Who is it that can use what it is that you're offering? Who is it out there that can be of that you can be of service to? Who can you help? Who can your service and your products provide solutions to the problems that they have? So we're going to dive in. We're going to identify key things that we need to keep in mind when we're going out there with our messaging, with our marketing, with our advertising is how can we identify our ideal audience online because they're there. Doesn't matter what platform you want to focus on. I say be omnipresent and be on all of them on all these different free platforms that provide free um content that you can provide to your ideal clients to bring them in, enter them into your funnel, into your pipeline, and be able to get into contract with them. Again, always coming from a place of service. How can we help? How can we provide value? How can we provide a solutions to their problems and what it is that they're looking for? So let's dive in deep in the material. Just want to take a look at my notes to be able to see exactly the rundown that I prepare for you guys to make sure that I stay on topic and I stay on point. So this is really the main thing that I want people to understand is that your clients are out there. The question is, can they find you? Are you just simply relying on word of mouth and referrals and, the things that you do, traditional marketing channels? Because I talk to a lot of business owners and they stay stuck is because they just stay comfortable where they're at, relying only on referrals and relying only on word of mouth. And if you're a business owner that's doing that, I want to hit you with a hard truth, with a hard fact, and that is that you're being selfish. You're being selfish by staying small. You're being selfish by not advertising and marketing to get your name out there, to be seen, to be heard, to get in front of the audience that's looking for the right solution that you're offering. So if you're not marketing, you're not advertising, you want to stay small, you're complacent, you're comfortable, it's because you're selfish. Because imagine the reach and the audience that you can build online if you were to invest into your businesses, marketing, and advertising to get in front of your ideal audience out there. Word of mouth referrals, it's a great stream, it's a great avenue in order to get business from, but it cannot be the only one. One thing I tell people all the time is that we're always looking for how to get additional streams of income. But before we can get additional streams of income, we need to have, for our business, multiple streams of marketing. Marketing leads people coming into our ecosystem through various channels, through various activities that we're doing. Because marketing doesn't come down to one activity, one platform, one type of service. Marketing is everything. Marketing is so many different things combined into it to be able to grow your business. Networking, there's network marketing that's helping you grow a network and help you to recruit and sell the services and products within the industry. But it's networking. Again, networking is marketing because helping you go one-on-one to identify business owners, entrepreneurs, customers, clients of yours, depending it is, whatever it is that your business is offering. So, your clients are out there. So that's why I want to keep you guys, drilled into your heads is can they find you? You gotta keep asking yourself, who's got my money? And we gotta make it happen to get in front of them. So hard truth, hard fact before we dive into the content today is if you're not advertising, you're not marketing, is because you're being selfish, because people need to hear what it is that you have to offer. People need to hear your voice. They need to see you. They need to resonate with your message. You need to be able to communicate to them, educate them on your service, on your product, and how can you get it done. And you may say, you know what? I fix roofs. It's pretty much clear. You have a leak. Something's wrong there. Call me. But the question is, are you promoting yourself on Google My Business? Are you promoting with SEO, with having a website? Are you running ads that targeted traffic in certain zip codes and cities around your state? So many different things because even within content, it opens up so many different things that is not just, let me post this picture. You guys can do before and afters, testimonials, educate exactly how to treat and take care of your roof, different roof types. Maybe it's time you guys make a change, not just fix and patch up a certain area, but you know what? Now we go with the metal roofs, the aluminum roofs, why the shingles over tile. Whatever the case is, you gotta be always coming from a place to provide value. So number one, when it comes to identifying your ideal audience online, is that you got to ask yourself three questions. Number one is who benefits the most from my product and my services. Number two is what problem am I solving for them? So you got to hit their pain points. What is it that they're struggling with? What is it that they're dealing with? Is it, someone that's trying to lose weight? They want to slim down, maybe they're having a hard time. Maybe they are trying to diet or work out and go to the gym, but maybe you being the med spa owner offering body, skin tightening, body contouring services, you can help alleviate that extra step that sometimes good diet and sometimes, exercise doesn't cut some of these, areas that are more stubborn with, stubborn belly fat, back fat, you name it, out there that, we can definitely touch upon. So yeah, and identify who benefits the most, what problem are you trying to solve, and where do they spend their time online? Because there's so many platforms out there. That's why sometimes we get overwhelmed with the content that we're going to create, long form, short form, videos, reels, carousels, image posts, testimonials. What do we do? Is that you need to identify where's your audience, what platform are they using, and then create content formatted for that platform to get visibility, to get awareness, to be able to be seen and break out of obscurity. So, in order to identify who's got my money, your step one is identify who is your target audience. And just like a sniper, you gotta find the target, boom, and then fire away. But sometimes you gotta have the machine gun and just fire everywhere in order to, create attention in the um, environment, in the atmosphere. So, you gotta identify what exactly or who exactly that your message resonates with. What are you communicating? What problem are you trying to solve? And then you create the content and the ads around that problem to be able to get in front of that audience. Are you guys having leaky roofs? If you're a realtor looking to help, get more listings, maybe dive into a new luxury market, are you guys going after high profile people? What demographics are they with families who have kids? What stage of life are they in? Are they on the come up? Are they looking to maybe exit? So many different things that you got to sit down. So when you first have the marketing, we first start with having the right strategy, and within that strategy is identifying the audience, because then we then reverse engineer everything. So we know the audience, and then we start creating the content, the ads, and the marketing, the advertising behind it to be able to build a machine that hits that audience from all different angles, whether it be with SMS, emails, whether it be through ads on different platforms, be the content, you name it, we got it, we can do it, and we can deliver for you. So if you want to ask and know who's got my money online, then you first need to identify who is your ideal audience. Because the clearer your audience, the sharper your marketing message. The clearer your audience, the sharper your marketing message is going to be able to identify with them and connect and resonate with them. So step two, once we have identified the audience, step two is, okay, how do we meet the audience where they are? Your customers are not just sitting around waiting for you to call them, waiting to see your stuff pop up. They're already searching, they're already doing the research, they're already trying to identify who it is that does what I need. And then once they find out who, then they start finding out, comparing A to B to C, which provider, which company, which roofer, which med spa, which plumber, which ever company out there, whatever it is that they're trying to solve, who does what, and then from there, they want to compare. So when they go online, they got to see content, they got to see testimonials, they got to see reviews, they got to see stuff out there for them to say, you know what, this guy I can trust, builds credibility, builds awareness. Let's go ahead and give them a call and then see exactly what they're all about to see if, we can do some business together. So you need to make sure that you position yourself where the attention lives. You got to put yourself, we believe here at Soaring High Marketing that you need to be omnipresent to your online presence. Your foundation is going to be your website because that's like your online business card where then everything else flows out of. But you got to have invest into your online presence, and that's first having a nice killer website that's going to be SEO optimized, going to be user friendly, and it's going to be um, created with the ability to convert the traffic that comes in, whether it's installing a chatbot, whether it's just being able to simplify the sales process, whether it's being able to educate, whether it's going to be able to just provide all the information they need so then people and your buyers can make a decision quickly. So you got to be having a good website first. You got to invest into your Google search, into your Google algorithm. It's always changing. It's always, optimizing, but you got to make sure that you're investing into Google, into the AI, into things that are going to help push your SEO optimization. your search engine optimization. So are you ranking where your clients are searching? You have to invest into local SEO, which now, like I said, SEO is changing. Now it's amplifying. Now it's not just Google. It's not just the search engines. I say now it's more about the search everywhere optimization. You've got to be on AI, OpenChat, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini. And then you also have to be investing into local SEO and some of these other online directories, online platforms for us to be able to help push and promote your company to the masses as well. And the good thing is that our company with our business listings, we put you on 60, 70 different online sites that some of them you may have heard of, some of them you may not. And the good thing is if you haven't, that means maybe your competition hasn't. So if you can get a leg up on them and be omnipresent and be everywhere, that's going to help you get more awareness and visibility and drive more traffic to your business. So you have to then identify who your ideal audience is and now where are they online and how can I reach them? And then the social media, within social media, we got so many different platforms from Facebook, Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, formerly known as Twitter. So there's so many different social platforms out there, and it's always new ones coming out by the second. With Threads now, Zora, AI. People are posting their stuff on there. So there's so many different platforms. The great thing is that you can create one piece of content and then be able to post it onto all the other platforms as well. You may just have to on TikTok. I can't forget about TikTok, which the US just recently acquired. But that's, you gotta identify what the platform and then what's the best type of content to put and post onto that platform. So you gotta find them where they search. Not only are they using now AI, using search engines, but now they're also using in social media to search and find because then they want to see which kind of content you have on there, not just services or products that you provide, but experiences, walkthroughs, especially if you have like a brick and mortar business where you can highlight and showcase that people are actually going through procedures or the whole buying experience at your location. And then they also want to see testimonials, reviews, video or images as well. Okay, I can, see exactly what people are saying about them. And then just seeing you in the action as well, doing the day-to-day, where they're doing the roof installation, breaking, demoing a wall down, servicing, putting in that Botox fillers or, body contouring, whatever it is that you're offering, you want to be able to also showcase it kind of like behind the scenes of your practice so people can then also kind of see and understand the technique and the mechanisms, behind what it is that you do. And of course, then video content, video marketing, getting on YouTube, doing educational videos, FAQs that you're answering, small things like that you can kind of do uh day to day to be able to kind of start creating your own content out there. But YouTube, video content, even jump now on Rumble as well, which we're about to do as well. Our podcast, starting a podcast would you educate people in that sphere and help you, be able to stand out as the authority in your industry and in your space. And again, just jumping onto different communities or forums, Facebook groups are a great way to be able to then either, create your own group and try to connect with as many like-minded people within whatever it is that your concept is, your business, your product, your services, or you just join other local groups. And then again, just building community online as well as even going to different in-person events or in-person meetups or community events would be a great way too to go. Now take the online, do it into offline, do it into live person, face-to-face interaction is also key. As I'm saying, the marketing space is so many different components to it that is not just one size fits all. So a pro tip, do not rely only on one channel. You gotta be everywhere that your audience is. So, they may jump around. The great things that you can kind of always, like I said, repurpose, repackage the content that you're posting, but you cannot be only one channel. You gotta be multi-channel, not omni-channel, but multi-channel now in this scenario to be across all the various platforms. So you gotta identify your audience. Once you identify, okay, now where are they? And let's get on those platforms and let's be able to produce content, produce engagement, and get awareness, get attention for my business to be able to drive in more leads, more sales, more revenue for your business. So you gotta get, once you're on the platform, you gotta get loud and you gotta stay consistent. Many people try it out, they post once a day and then they just flame out, they get burned. This is too much. And obscurity is gonna be the number one killer of opportunity. And the number one killer for our business is obscurity, is that people, not enough people in enough volume by you selling a product or service with enough margins to be able to grow your business. Obscurity is going to be the number one killer of a business. Not enough people knew you to go ahead and be able to do business with you, transact with you, and be able to exchange with you your service, your product, for their money. Because again, who's got my money? Because remember, people don't know you, they can't do business with you. People don't know you, they can't flow you. So you need to get attention on these platforms. So the way you get that is by consistency and is by frequency. You got to be on the platform over and over and over and over again with different types of content, images, photos, videos, testimonials, one-on-ones, answering, FAQs, answering questions most frequently asked. Um, just different types of content on there to be able to get engagement, long form, short form, vertical, horizontal, you name it. You can use AI now, a lot of AI tools out there to help you, create content and then help you, just kind of with push of a button, record and push, publish, submit onto these platforms. Again, these platforms are like free channels, they're free marketing channels. Back in the day, even now, you still have to invest a lot of money into, television, ads, TV ads, commercials. But now we have these platforms in the palm of our hand where we can just basically, engage on this device and be able to produce content, 24/7 for people to engage with, interact with, and then lead that content to lead in further conversion, sales, booked appointments, whatever it is that your end goal is, your call to action is going to be. So you want to get on these platforms that remember all these platforms, people are posting a lot of dumb stuff on there, dumb videos, sexuality sells. So, I'm gonna get a lot of that stuff on there. Things about politics, about the government, about the economy, things about, the elections, this person, that person, so much gossip, entertainment, a lot of sports things on there. So you kind of have to be on the platforms, but then be able to separate yourself from all that different noise, all these different current events that are pulling for our attention because attention is the new currency. The attention is new currency of today's digital age. Is that great thing is that these platforms that everybody has a voice. The bad thing with these platforms that everybody has a voice. So the question is, what is the message that you're communicating? What are you projecting out there? So couple of things I want to share with you to kind of keep in mind when you're looking to create content and make sure that you stay consistent with these social platforms is to stay consistent. You gotta post daily with value-based content. You gotta po post daily. People gotta see you over and over and over again. And like I mentioned earlier, you can always repurpose one topic into various formats. One great thing that we do with SEO is that we can create a blog. From the blog, we can do a short reel. Hey, this is my blog. Go check it out. It's gonna teach you X, Y, and Z. Go ahead and comment below and we'll send over the blog so you can learn how to do X. And then from there, you can break it down into different posts. You can do an image post. We have a new blog on our website. Check it out. Do a carousel, the 5 steps on how to use how to be consistent on social with this free guide. Where the case is, you just have to kind of share the information with you. We can go ahead and sit down and actually book a one-on-one strategy call with you to be able to really get down and dissect and digest your business, kind of see what it is that you're doing, what you haven't you done, what is that you're offering, and then we can tailor something for you as well. But drop it in the comments section or send us a DM or send us an email or call us with multiple forms of channel, multiple forms of communication, outreach to be able to get in contact with us to see how we can set up a one-on-one and do a strategy session to show exactly what we do, what we can do, and then give you some actionable steps on what you can do. But if you want to stay consistent, you gotta post daily. The great thing, like I said, you can do one piece of content and then repurpose it onto the other platforms. And one key thing is also use automation tools to stay consistent without burning out. So you can maybe spend one day in the week, maybe on Sunday or Monday, and shoot or record or create different type of content to be able to streamline it. So we here at Soaring High Marketing, we actually have a social tool that once we create the content for you, we can actually streamline it and just already create schedule your post out, for the week or for the month, depending on the size and scope of the package that you have with us on social media marketing. We can definitely have a social tool that then goes ahead and posts for you. We create the captions for you, the hashtags, and then we can monitor the results from those different social posts. How many views, likes, reshares, if there are any comments. Our platform allows you to interact there directly with people. So if you guys need help with that, then definitely reach out to us and we can give you more information on that. But definitely having an AI tool or even just an automation tool for you to be able to schedule the content out is going to help you to be consistent and to post daily. So remember, money follows attention. Where the attention goes, the money goes. Haven't you ever seen that? It's always the rich get richer are these big sports stars, athletes, they made it big in their industry. They get paid, for playing their sport. And then everybody is just out here handing them money, throwing them money. You see them on the State Farm commercials, Allstate. You see them, promoting the latest, clothing wear or some type of, liquor out there. They have partnerships with, electronics and devices, cars, you name it. Once you make it, then the money is just easier to come by because not everybody wants a piece of that action. Everybody wants to get that promotion, get that exposure, create that awareness. So they're going to want to be able to use your platform and help them leverage it to build their audience and tap into your audience as well. Is that a good thing that you guys can do, which is not here in my notes, but came to mind is doing collaborations, collaborating with other people similar in your industry, or maybe it can complement what it is that you're offering. You guys can do Instagram lives, Facebook lives, YouTube lives where you guys are kind of be able to back and forth content and ideas and strategies with your viewers, with your audience is going to go a long way as well. So remember, money follows attention. So a great way that now we're creating all this great content. We're out here posting. We're out here pushing on these platforms. A great way that we can kind of, accelerate the growth and the visibility, the awareness to get more leads on social is then partnering up that content and running paid ads to accelerate the growth and get results even faster because organic content, organic social is great. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be a necessary tool. But when you combine organic and you have content and then you partner it with paid ads to get paid traffic, and then your visibility online to get to the money is going to be accelerated because now you can run so many different types of ads when it comes to the content. When you have content, then you have an idea what people are engaging with, what is it they like about you, what message resonates, what offer. If you did a call to action within the post, you can kind of see, okay, this is getting more views, this is getting more traction, more engagement, more likes, more reshares. This is getting more comments. This simple video gave me X amount of leads already. Now if I partner that with ads, whether it be on any of these platforms, because the great thing is then they help monetize is that they help you with the free channel and then you pay the platforms and then they go out there and do the legwork to be able with all the different algorithms get you connected with the right audience as well. So then you're able to leverage the content that you have that people engaging with to then run ads around that content. And the great thing is that so many different type of ads that you can run. You can just run simple ads to get more views on a particular video that you posted. You can run ads to then just get more following or boost more awareness of your profile to other users. You can then having based on the people that interacted with your content. You can build custom audiences, lookalike audiences. Well, then these platforms will be able to then try to identify other people on the platform that resonates with these people, and then be able to then push it to those masses as well. So organic growth builds trust, but paid ads builds momentum. You need the organic is to build awareness, authority, trust, credibility, but the paid ads build momentum because now you're driving traffic with a specific call to action. And then that's a whole nother thing is on the back end is actually what's the call to action, what's the offer that you're making, what it is that people are engaging with in order to make sure that those ads run more effective. But paid ads are going to get you more lead flow, is going to help you build and grow and scale at a much faster rate than if you just rely on simple social media content and posts and that stuff. Because the great thing is then you can not only run ads, run the content, and then you can do retargeting. So once people engage with the content, they engage with your ads, then you can run retargeting ads, and you keep staying in front of the people whoever they engage with you before. Like I said, you can build lookalike audiences, reach people similar to your best clients, and also we can run lead gen ads. We can build out your email list and nurture relationships. So running paid ads is going to be a great way for you to be able to accelerate that growth in your business online because we can retarget, we can build and find similar people, and then we can definitely create lead forms and landing pages to collect information, which then we use that to then do email marketing automation with email, SMS to ensure that then we can send them your content. So it's just like building a whole machine that just integrates and works together. So if you need help running ads, creating content, coming up with the right strategy, implementing, automating all this is why us here at Soaring High want to be part of your team to ensure that we can help you do what you do best, and then we can take care of the rest. We can take care of your marketing. You just got to focus on speaking to your clients, educating your people, building out your operations within your business, and then we take care of the marketing side for you to ensure that we get your message in front of the right people, in front of the right audience that you're looking for. So remember, paid ads don't replace organic, they just amplify it. So paid doesn't replace it, doesn't take it away, doesn't mean it's not necessary. It just helps to complement it. It just helps to work together. Because again, remember, when you do on these platforms, if you're doing just organic, optimizing your website, creating, writing articles and backlinks and helping your SEO to rank higher on Google, but then you tell Google, hey, look, now I want to start running some paid traffic, some paid ads. I want to start running some Google ads, some Google pay per click ads, some performance ads. Okay, now you're diving more in, investing more into the platform because not only are you providing them with the content, but now you're providing them monetarily to be able to get your stuff in front of the right people. We're already engaging on Facebook and Instagram, and now you know what? Let's you now engage with the platform to then run ads. Now the platforms are gonna bump you up and promote you more and get you more visibility because now you're on the platform, but now you're hitting it from both sides, from the organic and then the paid side. And the great thing about it is most people think that the organic is what's gonna lead to the conversions, and then we'll run the ads when in reality it can be actually the ads are what get you in front of the people, and then your content is what's going to be able to follow up and then be able to convert and close that sale because they come into your ecosystem, into your funnel, into your pipeline through the ad, but then they start engaging with all your different content, all the different videos and posts and information and value that you're dropping. So now that's content is going to lead them to go ahead and convert into a sale of your product or your service. So you need both. It's like a 1-2 punch. Is organic and paid, paid and organic. You got to just stay consistent with both, consistent with posting and then consistent with running ads online. And the great thing is the ads, it's kind of like a faucet. You can kind of turn on, turn off, and re-optimize while the organic, the social, the post, the SEO, and just a streamline that just keeps on going. So it was all fine and dandy, but then on the back end, if you don't have a follow-up system to be able to follow up relentlessly, then this means nothing because you can drive in all the leads you want, But if there's not a way to then be able to follow up on those leads, follow up on what it is that you say you're gonna do, if you don't have it optimized, that if they do comment, then this is gonna happen. They're gonna be sent out the lead magnet, the submission form, whatever it is that they're downloading or setting up a call, and then follow up to be able to follow up on getting people onto that call. Then it's gonna be no good. So you want to be using organic, you want to be running paid ads, but then you then want to have a follow-up system to then be able to convert those leads and convert that awareness into a conversion. So there's a stat out there that 80% of sales happen after five or more follow-ups. But most people just give up after two. So you want to be driving traffic, but then you want to start nurturing that traffic. And we can nurture it with having more content that can see more ads, but then having you build out like an email list and a database of clients. So then we can, as we're running the ads, collect their information. So then we can start running emails to them. We can start running SMS messages, and then we can do retargeting ads because we already saw that they engage with our content. Let's go ahead and run a retargeting ad. So then we keep staying top of mind with that person that engaged with us. So we can use email marketing to send valuable updates and offers. We can use retargeting campaigns to reconnect with warm leads. And then even from there, once we have that list, we can do personal outreach. Jump back on the phone. If we collect enough phone numbers, have someone yourself or a salesperson in your team, or we should actually have a partner that we work with, part of the 10X community, that they can actually set up, like a outreach team for you or sales team for you that can be able to confirm appointments, collect information, and be able to hand it back to you once that client is ready to go. And of course, with AI, we do have an AI tool that can basically do all that as well. Make calls, send out reminders, be able to always stay top of mind and work that person down the funnel until they convert. So you can call, text, email, or even send a DM on social as well. So you gotta have a multi-channel approach to be able to stay in front and reach out to, the leads that we generate for you. So again, the fortune is in the follow-up. So then, when you have all that, it's gonna be even better for them to, convert, as convert as a client for you. When it comes down to marketing, when it comes out to your message online, is that you got to create a clear path to purchase. Because even people that are interested, if there's any type of confusion, that will not lead to a conversion. Confusion kills conversions because a confused mind cannot make a decision. So you got to simplify things online. And that's why not just do we build websites, we also can help build specific landing pages, especially once we start running ads for you. Then we create the right landing pages to ensure that when people jump on the landing page, it's just geared to whatever offer it is that you have presented in the ad. So you want to have a clear call to action, whether that's to book a call with you, download a free guide, or just take them directly to the check to the cart to check out. You want to be able to have a dedicated landing page for each offer that you have. You don't want to mix it too because that's what websites are more for, like informing them of everything that you do. Landing pages are really for one simple thing, whether it's to book a call with you, download a free guide, be able to get more information, whatever it is that your offer is going to be, you want to make sure that you have one specific landing page for each offer that you make. That way to keep everything, organized and streamlined and into one thing, not having them jump all over the place. And you want to make sure it's mobile friendly and you have a fast loading website. All these different things are more on the technical side. That's what our team does, and that's what we can take care of for you. So you want to make it easy for people to say yes to you online by just simplifying your messaging and simplifying the process it is for them to convert into a lead or into a sale for your business. And then the great thing about all this, about all the online and digital, is that it can all be tracked. It can all have statistics around it. It has all these different things for us to kind of track our progress to see how different campaigns are running, how much activity are we getting, how much traffic, how much awareness, how many leads are coming in, how much money are we spending per campaign, what's the cost to acquire the client, what's the cost to acquire the lead, all these different numbers out there we have access to the data, and then the data helps us to be able to optimize campaigns and optimize on what it is that we're doing because you cannot improve what you don't measure. If it's valuable, then you got to measure it. So if you do not track and measure, you cannot improve what it is that you're doing. So we can definitely track website traffic and conversions. We can track ad ROI, email open rate, click rates, how many people are actually clicking, what are they clicking on, what time of the day did they open it, did they see it, did they interact with it, and we can track social engagement as well. So you got to be able to review these numbers. We have our agency, we provide different reports for you on a weekly and monthly basis. That way you can track exactly our performance. So we're held accountable and we can be optimizing everything on your behalf. So that's going to be key is to improve. You've got to measure it and you got to hold yourself and us as your marketing agency accountable as well. So my final thoughts before we go, thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for spending time here on the Soaring High podcast. Is that you gotta go where the money is. You gotta ask who's got my money because your clients are already online and they're already looking for you for your services and your products. So you need to make sure, just give you a quick recap. You got to show up where they search. You got to get loud, stay consistent, and you got to follow up and never stop asking, who's got my money? So if this episode has been helpful for you, check out the other videos here on the channel and also follow us on social so we can drop even more knowledge and add even more value to you. Let's connect. Let's set up a free strategy call to really get a deep dive into your business and see exactly what gaps we can fill to be able to ensure that we're getting you more awareness, building your online presence, generating more traffic, getting you more leads, getting you more booked appointments, and ultimately making sure that you're growing your business revenue so we keep growing and we keep scaling. So if you want to connect with us on social, please follow us at Soaring High Marketing. We can stay connected, stay plugged in, subscribe, and like the channel. Tell all the business owners that you know that you got to check out this channel and you got to hire us as your marketing team so we can help you to blow up and be able to grow your business. So if you want more tips on visibility, on strategy, and digital growth, make sure you subscribe and you follow the channel. I'm going to be dropping more content on here for you guys to engage with, interact with, and help you guys be able to grow your businesses because we're here to help each other to 10x. We got to ask who's got my money and we got to go out there and make it happen. So until next time, keep soaring high.